What you need to know is that Perk is there on the line, ready to
Perfect.
go.
What's up,
Excellent.
Big Perk? What's up, Big Perk?
Big Perk, what's up?
There they go. What's going on, family? How y'all doing?
Yeah, what up?
Y'all having?
We're
What's
good,
up?
man. We're good. Hey, man, listen, we were just talking about this Lakers series, and we'll talk to you about a number of things, but we want to start with this Lakers series, man. What is, in your opinion, the biggest problem the Lakers have had in this series against Minnesota?
I mean, the biggest problem is, the size and athleticism. I think, when you think about, the Timberwolves with Rudy and Jay McDaniels, hell, I'm trying to wonder, is he 6'10", 6'11"? And then you look at Julius Randle and Naz Reid. I think them imposing their will, especially against this small lineup with LeBron James, quote unquote, playing the 5 position, has had its effect on the Lakers. I think JJ not trusting Jackson Hayes or Jared Vanderbilt has came back to bite him in the behind. I thought last game he was the reason that they lost. At some point, you got to stop offense all the time and put your defensive cap on. And I thought Jared Vanderbilt could have provided some real good minutes, especially when Anthony Edwards got going in the fourth quarter. And when you have a 40-year-old LeBron James that's playing in his 22nd season, that's tired as hell, maybe try to give him a blow.
But, Perk, do you think that LeBron was going to come out, in other words, like voluntarily, or is he going to lay it out all on the line? Him and everybody else who played every last minute of the second half.
I think they was going to follow J.J. Lee. The one thing we do know is that out of all the coaches that Bron played for, he definitely wants J.J. to succeed and be successful, right? Because of, the whispers, the loud noise, should I say, of J.J. being hired. Because of a lot of people speculating, because they started a podcast and because they believe it was a LeBron James hire. So, I mean, again, I think LeBron was just going to let JJ do his job and just coach. But LeBron is never going to ask to come out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I played with him in Cleveland. That's just not in his nature. But again, you could see it in the fourth quarter. He was tired. He was standing in the corner. And all these people was like, oh, he only took 2 shots. I was like, well, you try to go out there and start off guarding McDaniels to Anthony Edwards to a physical Julius Randle who is playing lights out right now and getting elbowed time and time again by Rudy Gobert. That wears on you, even on a 6'8", 250-pound LeBron James. So, again, that's something that JJ needs to see, and that was something that I thought, he should have did a better job at.
Perk, is Anthony Edwards the best player on the floor right now?
Absolutely. And he's a better basketball player than Luka Dončić. Conditioning-wise, yes, Luka still could go out there and get you, his 30-point triple-double, but so can Anthony Edwards, or he could flirt with it. And the difference between Luka and Anthony Edwards is Anthony Edwards is actually going to defend. Anthony Edwards actually put positive life into his teammates. This is the best that I've seen Julius Randle play in the postseason of his career.
Mm-hmm.
And Anthony Edwards should get a lot of credit for that. Right? Anthony Edwards gives me confidence through the television. He's every former player favorite player. That's who Anthony Edwards is. And right now, I mean, the way he's grown, right? He's growing right in front of our eyes. I'm watching him first, second, third quarter, picking and choosing when he's going to attack or when he's going to let others cook. And then all of a sudden in the fourth quarter saying, all right, I'll let y'all have it y'all way. I'm going to go out here and handle business now. That is growth.
Perk, can you explain to me, and I'm sure to other people who don't understand this like I do not, how is it that Jackson Hayes can be so impactful during the regular season and only play 4 minutes in a game yesterday and be so utterly unimpactful throughout this series?
because I mean it's so easy to lose confidence, right? Once you feel like your coach then lost confidence in you, it's hard to get it back. You have to have a different type of mentality to stay engaged. And everybody have this saying, "Oh, stay ready, stay ready." It's easier said than done. And we watching that with Golden State and Jonathan Kuminga. You know, Steve Kerr, all of a sudden Jimmy Butler went out in game 2. He called Kuminga. Kuminga just wasn't there. Then he tried to give Kuminga the start. Mentally, he still wasn't there. It's hard, man. And I know people like, oh, well, it's your job to stay ready. Nah, it's difficult. That's a difficult task. And so, you know, with Jackson Hayes, you want to go into a game and you want to go into having, you know, into a starting lineup knowing that your coach actually believes in you, not that you have doubt. If you have doubt, it's going to make you have doubt.
So wait a second. So, Perk, I have a question. So are you telling me then, because this is what I was saying the other day, that if you're Jared Vanderbilt, if you're Gabe Vincent, and you can't get off the bench in the second half to contribute just a couple of minutes, those guys might also not be confident because they don't feel like JJ believes in them. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. And here's another thing. Gabe Vincent helped the Miami Heat get to the NBA Finals, was a key piece. So you mean to tell me in those moments, in a 3-minute stretch, that you can't find minutes for him? This is a guy that actually went to the NBA Finals, who helped a team, who helped a team in the Miami Heat. Eric Spoelstra had trust in him. So JJ, at this point, you don't have trust in him. You have a 10-point lead, right? You don't have trust that maybe if Gabe Vincent is out on the floor and he has 2 3-point attempts, he might could knock one. I believe he could. You don't have faith that Jared Vanderbilt, that's 6'9", with a high motor, could have some type of defensive impact and get you some stops before Minnesota went on that 9-0 run to cut that double-digit lead down? I do. And if you're those guys, now all of a sudden you're looking at JJ and you're looking at the coaching staff. You're like, well, damn, how I'm supposed to feel? And it's not a good feeling, especially when you're facing elimination. So it's going to tell us a lot about, you know, those two guys, because JJ is going to have conversation with them. And even if he's had a conversation with them, guess what? They don't believe him, because actions speak louder than words.
Kendrick Perkins hanging out with us here. Perk, who is the best team in the Western Conference right now?
OKC.
Yeah.
Okay, who's second?
But it's not by far, though. It's not by far. I believe it's Oklahoma City. I give them a slight edge. And then I honestly believe it's the Los Angeles Clippers. And it's really, it's like OKC, Clippers, Golden State, out Minnesota. But they all right behind each other, like literally inches behind each other. And I wouldn't be surprised if any of those 4 teams are in the NBA Finals. I just actually have OKC as the favorite right now, rightfully so, because of what they displayed and they check all the boxes. But what the Clippers been doing, man, Kawhi, and I know the series is tied to Jokic put on the clinic the other day, Aaron Gordon with the tip-in dunk at the buzzer, but I think the Clippers will ultimately go on to win this series, but right now I have to give them a slight edge as being the second best team in the Western Conference.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by the list that you just gave us like that. I'm really not. I mean, Golden State, to me, what they're doing right now is, I think, very impressive, especially winning a game when Jimmy Butler was out of that series for that one game. And I hope that you're wrong, though, about one thing, Perk, because you've been saying it on TV that you have more confidence in the Clippers than you do the Lakers. With Denver having this series tied at 2 apiece and the way they won that game, gosh, I hope the Nuggets find a way to win that series.
They ain't got enough bodies, man.
They got enough bodies. I mean, I just feel like right now when you're going against a team that's healthy, I don't believe that Jokic will have another game like he did. And here's why. I think when you talk about the guy that guards him the best in Big Zubac, I think Jokic is still going to have his impactful night. Like, you're not going to stop him, but he's not going to have one of those powerful nights like he had the other night. And then Aaron Gordon, he's dealing with a little calf injury. You got Michael Porter Jr. dealing with a shoulder injury. And I just feel like tonight is going to be one of those Kawhi Leonard Jordan moments where he go viral.
Yeah, and look, when they got rid of KCP, it really was a challenge, I thought. They went young to try to replace him, and it just didn't work. I feel like when you got a guy like Joker, you got to keep going all in, man. You know what I mean? Like, you were on a bunch of teams that went all in. So, like, I think you just have to keep pushing your chips to the center of the table when you have a talent that good.
No, I agree. And that's why people were fired, right? It's the same thing with a Giannis. It's the same thing we witnessed with Steph. Golden State didn't wait. They was like, oh, we're going to try to go get KD. KD didn't want to get traded. Okay, Jimmy, come on over. And we're going to sign you as soon as you get here. And we're going to show Steph that we're going to continue to do, as long as Steph Curry has on the Golden State uniform, we're going to continue to show him that we're going to build a championship caliber squad around him. And Denver has to do the same thing with Jokic. You could not have the best player in the world and watching teams around the league every single offseason build to compete and build championship contenders around their superstar players, and you just stand pat. That's not going to work.
Perk, bring it home. Lakers tomorrow night, Game 5, at home. Do they win? Do they take it back to Minnesota? Or do you think Minnesota does what they did in Game 1, comes here and gets a win?
No, I think Lakers win Game 5. Minnesota close it out in Game 6.
Wow.
Damn.
Let me tell you something. I know Luka told Malika that, his expectation is to remain a Laker. But how would you feel if you were him, if you get bounced in the first round? I mean, they have the option. Everybody has the same amount of money when it comes to him. He has the option to sign an extension exclusive to the Lakers this offseason. If not, he could potentially go into free agency with a player option the following offseason. How would you look at Luka's future here?
They're a match made in heaven. Lakers, Luka is an international superstar. And we know one thing about the Lakers. History tells us they don't lose their superstars. They lost Shaq, but that was about it. Once Kareem became a Laker, he remained a Laker. Same with Magic, same with Braun, same with Kobe. We know one thing about it. They want to fill up those seats and they want to sell jerseys. And we also know that Luka is going to benefit outside of basketball playing for the Los Angeles Lakers as far as endorsement deals. So it's a perfect match. They're married to Luka and Luka is married to them.
All right, Perk, in about 40 minutes or so, your boy RJ's coming on. Do you want us to give him a message from you?
You know what? No, I actually been being nice to RJ. You know that? Like, he's actually changed. He's actually changed over the last year and a half, and it's good. Just, hey, tell RJ I love him, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we're just going to cut him up. We're going to cut this up and just play it for him right at the beginning.
He loves him. That's
All right, cool.
Hey, Perk, before you go, my Frenchie is 10 years old, and he's doing great. The only thing is he's lost a bunch of teeth, which is kind of good because he likes to bite.
You
don't
got like
people.
Veneers for Frenchies?
I don't know. Do they have that, Perk?
No, I don't know.
Perk,
I don't think
10 years old for my Frenchie, and he's doing great, man. But I'm starting to get a little worried, like he's getting old, and they say old in the tooth, but he ain't got no teeth. You feel me? So,
yeah.
Perk, I mean, how long do Frenchies kind of traditionally last, man?
You be all right, man. You got another 4 or 5 years, of just cherish these moments.
There you go.
You know
cherish
what I
the
mean?
moments.
That's what I would say. Cherish these moments.
And
get
get him some doggy veneers.
Yeah, they might have the
fake toofuses for a dog.
Exactly. Big Perk, we love you, brother. Thank you for taking the time.
Love y'all, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Love you, family.
Be good.